Without further ado, I am privileged and honored and excited to introduce everybody to Dan. He's got a very long bio here, but we're not gonna, right. I'll make it short and sweet. Dan Hilferty is President and Chief Executive Officer of Independence Blue Cross, a leading health insurer in southeastern Pennsylvania, which we all are very familiar with nearly 3.1 million members nationwide, including 2.2 million in the region. I could go on, but I do want to point out something that's very interesting and something that we can all strive to do personally and professionally, and that is to get more involved in the community and think about not only ourselves, but how we can give back. And you've done an incredible job. So I just want to read about this real quickly. Dan is deeply committed to our region. He lends his time and expertise to a number of organizations. In addition to his corporate responsibilities, he currently serves on the board of overseers of the University of Pennsylvania School of Nursing and on the boards of the Greater Philadelphia Chamber of Commerce, the Greater Philadelphia Urban Affairs Coalition, J.J. White, Inc., and the Irish Educational Development Foundation. He is a member of the Board of Trustees of the American Red Cross Southeastern Pennsylvania Chapter, Drexel Newman Academy, and the Franklin Institute, and the Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees of St. Joseph's University. In 2008, St. Joe's University, the Irvin K. Haub School of Business, honored alums Hilferty with his Hall of Fame award. So without further ado, a big, warm welcome for Dan Hilferty. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
And that's for you.
Oh, great. I appreciate it. Do you want me to wait?
No.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for having me here today. Rabbi Goldman, I have to say, before I get into my remarks, you know, a Irish Catholic, growing up first in Delaware County, and then after my father passed away, my mother took her 5 children to the Jersey Shore for a week, and we never came back until college. And so my first introduction out of my own little cocoon to the Jewish faith, the Jewish culture, was the Jewish Y, the Jewish Community Center in Margate, New Jersey. And I was a pretty good basketball player, and I would go over there during the weekends or evenings. I played in the leagues. I was one of the Catholics that was able to play in the league, and it was there that I began to develop not only an appreciation for the culture that is your culture, but also an appreciation for the fact that we're not that much different in a lot of ways. And so then life goes on, and I go to college and live my life in my little cocoon at graduate school. But it was when I got into this healthcare field, and well into the healthcare field, that I met a gentleman by the name of Alan Krigstein. Alan Krigstein is the Chief Financial Officer of Independence Blue Cross. We first met almost 20 years ago when he was the Chief Financial Officer. I came in as the CEO of a company called the Health Mercy family of companies, Keystone Mercy family of companies. And Alan and I have become best friends. And over the course of those 20 years, I've attended bat mitzvahs, I've attended bar mitzvahs, I've attended weddings, I've attended the funeral of both his parents. And it came to me that I really didn't understand the depth and the richness of the Jewish heritage and the Jewish faith. And over that course of time, through my friend Alan, I was able to gain that and feel a kinship to what you live, your family live, your heritage is day in and day out. So I asked Harris, and I do want to say something about Harris before I move into this, if I could, at the risk of being politically incorrect, I have to tell you a story about Alan. Alan and I first met, we're getting to know each other. The CEO and the CFO, they've got to work hand in glove. They've got to really trust each other. And we go to a meeting, and we worked on this presentation. It was to get new business, and we did really well, really well. And we're walking out, and we're first feeling comfortable with each other, and Alan puts his arm on my shoulder, and he said, "Dan, this was a good day for the Jews." I looked at him, and so He said, trust me, there will be bad ones. So we go to our board months later, and sure enough, we give them bad news about something, and we're walking out of the meeting. That arm comes around me again. He said, I told you, this was a bad day for the Jews. So I hope I didn't offend anybody, but I just, it's something that I feel very good about, the relationship that Alan and I have, and I'm excited about being here today. I have to tell you, you're Guy in Harris, everywhere you go in the community, whether it's a civic event, whether it's a chamber event, you see him working the room. And you see someone who has a commitment not only to this great organization, but the commitment to the faith in general. And so, Harris, I just want to applaud you for the work you do out there in the community. And Sharon, I want to say thank you for the gift. I can't wait to, is it edible? Great, I'm looking forward to that.
It's delicious.
Great. You know, in preparing for this, I looked at some of the previous speakers, and my predecessor, Joe Frick, was a speaker. And although I wasn't here and I didn't read the transcript, for those of you that were here, I'm sure in part Joe recounted the terrible time he had recovering from cancer and how the impact that it had on his life. And Joe has been a role model of mine throughout my recent career, and certainly through the transition as he left Independence Blue Cross and I became the CEO. Also, Sue Schick, and Sue is, runs the United Health Plan here in the region, and she is one of the most capable executives in the region. She understands healthcare. She's in it for the right reasons. But when I came in this afternoon, I understand that Sue, when she came, brought a gift. So, of course, I had to call back to the office, and there will be a gift for you as you walk out at the end of the presentation.